Every other mother in 1900s Brooklyn would ask their kid the same thing after school. Did you learn anything today? But Izzy's mother had a different routine. She would ask, did you ask a good question today? That daily exercise in curiosity paid off. Isidore I. Rabi grew up to win the Nobel Prize in Physics. He attributed his success to that one specific habit of inquiry. Rabi viewed scientific breakthroughs as the result of how a problem is framed, rather than how many answers are memorized. Yet today, we operate almost entirely in reverse. We prioritize finding the right answer as quickly as possible. We want the safety of joining the prevailing consensus. When we stop questioning conventional wisdom, our intellectual growth stalls. We trade curiosity for comfort, and our personal identities solidify into rigid, unexamined shapes. Finding out who you actually are requires stepping outside that safety net. It means abandoning the comfort of agreement and embarking on a modern-day quest to figure out what you should be asking in the first place. This process begins with a tiny discrepancy. You notice a friction between what you are experiencing and the facts society has told you to accept. The immediate challenge is forcing that vague, nagging feeling into words. Your first draft of a question is likely to feel clumsy or embarrassing. It often sounds sophomoric. You might feel immature, outrageous, or even politically incorrect. That isn't a failure. It is a validated stage of the process. Pursuing this unrefined thought is where the real trial begins. Stating a question that challenges the status quo leads straight to social isolation. You endure criticism, disrespect, and a lonely vigil. Surviving that social rejection is the necessary crucible. The friction of pushing back against the crowd is what burns away the performative layers of your personality to forge an actual identity. But there is a trap waiting for anyone on this path: the human instinct to judge a behavior, rather than doing the work to explain its origins. A satisfying answer has to meet a strict criterion. It must explain human behavior, even the most bizarre or offensive actions, without simply moralizing them. Consider the common historical example of substituting righteous judgment for sober understanding, dismissing Adolf Hitler as an evil madman. Applying that label provides moral satisfaction, but it stops the inquiry. Calling him evil reveals nothing about the power dynamics and societal failures that allowed his rise. This is the trap of vilification. When we engage in partisan outrage and humiliation, we reinforce the exact toxic behaviors we claim we want to change. Replacing judgment with inquiry provides the structural insight necessary to understand how the world operates. Arriving at an answer is never the end of the line. A good answer stops your exploration and makes you a teacher. A good question keeps you an explorer. Valid answers tend to proliferate. The moment you secure one truth, it acts as a stepping stone, spawning multiple new, deeper questions. This creates an endless internal cycle. As the questions you chase evolve, your familiar identity is forced to morph right along with them, leading to a more authentic version of yourself. This commitment to explaining behavior, even the most extreme, strips away the shorthand of labels. It forces an acknowledgement that social health depends on understanding the underlying needs of every individual, rather than simply silencing those we find repugnant. This opens an uncharted frontier. You can start anywhere. Why do we seek a partner? What is the source of indignity? Who am I? Why are we drawn to mystery? This intellectual frontier offers a lifetime of investigation. In the end, there are no right answers, only the right pursuit. Notice the discrepancies in their own life today. Frame the uncomfortable questions. Let the pursuit lead you to yourself.